Right, welcome back, lads. What is the crack? It is yours truly, the Jersey man, Evan Fahy. Do not adjust your screens. Do not turn it on and off your phones, your laptops, whatever device you're watching this on. Do not put it in rice to take a bit of water out of it, or put it in the hot rice like you used to do if it was ever that bit bad. You know yourselves. But you are sitting here watching another episode of Talk League on your favorite podcast, the Weekly Armchair. And lads, we have a big one for you today. As you can see by the panelists, we have special guests and we have returning faces. You just love to see it. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the Arsenal lads on. They're too busy hiding away. That's a hint to you, William. You know, I'm pointing at you, William. But we have a nice little show for everyone tonight. We already have Dubes in the comment there. Let's go, lads. Happy days. So we're gonna get introducing everyone now. We have the barcode warrior. Martin hasn't been on for a while, and he's due an El roast. And Martin, how are you getting on, my friend?
Yeah, I should have ducked this week instead of the other two, shouldn't I? I got that
yes, you
wrong.
should have.
Good to be back. Listen, I was getting enough of it on the chat, in the group chat last night, and then Keane was sending me messages. So listen, lads, I wasn't going to duck out. I'm not like an Arsenal or Liverpool fan. Do you know what I mean? I'll turn up. So I'll be here for the whole season. I suppose it's one of those things. I suppose the only other thing I would say to the Reds on this panel is there's probably only me and really Keon who are actually from the city where our club is. So, I mean, there's out of six, there's two of us are probably actually real supporters.
And two of us down here are from a club that's followed worldwide. Newcastle just don't get mentioned in that breath. And City have a 5-year history.
Listen, there's always a little bit of that, but I suppose even despite last night's little win to keep Ten Hag in a job, one of us is on the rise and the other is on the decline, my friend. So let's see who's where in a couple of seasons.
Yeah, we'll see. We
haven't even started yet, and there's already
murder. Yeah. That's scandal, lads. Let's move on and talk about something else.
We'll move on, right? Right, introducing our first special guest. Now, these lads are rare to come by because there's only about 7 City supporters in the world. So having one on this show is absolutely mad.
Calm down,
I think you mean there's only 7 City supporters who live outside of London.
Exactly.
No, seven City supporters who aren't paid to go to the game.
Yes.
There we go. The original jokes. The Smarty joke book has arrived.
So he is obviously, as there is only 7 of them, you obviously know this man by heart. He is running the City flag high. It is Keon Tour. Keon, man, glad to have you on this show. Why is the crack, lad?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's good to be on, man. It's good to be on. I know what's going to happen in this chat. There's going to be 115 everywhere. You name it, it'll be there. But I'm ready for it, man. I know what to say. I can't wait. It's going to be good.
He's ready to gun down everyone. Look, and moving on to our second special guest. Look, lads, as tough times that it is now, we had to have a Liverpool lad. Look, times are tough now. We just had to have one, as deluded as they are, but he is ready for action. He is ready to kill people. Like, we have Durf Footy. Durf, what is the story, man?
Oh, it's better before you give that intro anyway, but let's go.
Everyone's getting it. It's
correct. It's all part of the game.
Exactly. And look, I honestly didn't think these two boys, given the United fans, I didn't think they'd come crawling out of their holes, given the such downfall they're after having. Like, dropping so many places, like even to Chelsea, to losing their position to Chelsea. What?
We'll get on to that part.
Crazy, but as you see, lads, we have Dara and Deck in. Obviously, the boys are regulars on the shows, and obviously the other shows of the channel. Well, Dara, we'll come to you first. How are you getting on, brother?
I'm drier than I was on Sunday. That's a fucking understatement. But look, I'm doing good. Shit day work, but it's what it is.
Gone Dubes.
Yeah, Dubes with Europa League chance already. Like,
it'll be conference.
I love Gina. It could be. Jeez, it could be. It's all to come on the show. Deck, what about yourself, man? I hope you're keeping happy, all things considered, anyway.
Yeah. The boys came back after Sunday and standing in the shallow end. It was great. Manchester's third highest fucking waterfall. But come here. We sang from 10:30 that morning till 6:30 that evening. Regardless of the result, we had a great day. Lot
Damn right we did.
lot of the Reds met up, discussed Liverpool's downfall, which was hilarious. Well, I've loved watching that all season with their love affair with Sky Sports. Always good to beat Newcastle, a small team that thinks they're on the rise. And as for 115, leave them off. Come here, they'll probably be stripped. They'll probably be stripped of all their titles anyway because
that's what you want. That's what you want.
No, I don't actually.
Is that what we want? We know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, mother of God.
The only 115 is about 15 brown envelopes they have ready for.
No. 8 times in 10 years after Sunday. 8 times in 10 years.
That's crazy.
Keon's already putting in the back. It's already guaranteed. It's already guaranteed for Keon.
Man City are the Lance Armstrong of the Premiership.
Oh. You spent more than us. You spent more than us. You got nothing to show for it.
2 words: financial doping.
Look, we're going to get all into that. We're going to get into all that now, lads, in a bit. We're just going to run through a few of the topics when we talk about. Obviously, we'll be skewing off every now and then. I see that the panel they have and the fire and everyone now are all ready to gun each other down. Yeah, it's going to be mad. How much we stay on these topics now is going to be a challenge. But look, we'll start off anyway. So the first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, is the whole controversy between Spurs and City game that happened. Whether if Spurs threw it, whether they actually genuinely lost, whether City were just that too good for them, we'll have to find out. We'll have to get opinions off you all. We're going to talk about the striker presence in the Premier League at the moment, and we're going to talk about specifically about Isak, Toney, and Watkins. There are rumours on the transfers. Is there potential to move to bigger clubs, I should say. Also, we'll be talking about player of the year, young player of the year, and a tasty one is going to be goal of the season. I think there's a nice few different opinions on it. It's going to pain me to give my own because myself and Keon were talking about this backstage, and I think I've decided. I genuinely think I've decided, and it's going to sicken me. So it is.
I know.
And then look,
if it's what I think it is.
You cannot be smug yet, Darry. You've no reason to be smug yet. But look, we'll keep going.
You know anyway. what I'm going to pick anyway, so you don't even have to ask me. Like,
I know what you're going to pick exactly. And look, we'll chat about just the final day, and we'll talk about score predictions and what phenomenons are going to happen. But yeah, no, we'll get back to the start of the topics anyway. Obviously, Spurs City 2-0 central game. There was obviously a lot of calculations being done by outside fans on points and all that crack. But Keon being the City man, I'm going to come to Keon first. Keon, I'm going to be straightforward with you. Do you think it was a thrown game? Do you think City were just that too good, or do you think it was all calculated?
I think that is complete nonsense. If you watched the first half, you would have seen that it wasn't a thrown away game. The first half, Tottenham were better than us. So I don't know how you can say that's a thrown away game. In the second half, Pep gave him a slap, basically, didn't he? He said, go out there, you've got a title to win. And we did just that. De Bruyne linking up with Haaland finishing. Haaland's second goal, by the way, smiling at the away crowd. He knows that, listen, this is the team. We are genuine. We are mentality monsters. No team is on our level. And whether you like it or not, everyone hates us now because we are top of the mountain. No one can get us. Not even a great Liverpool side could get us. Not even now an Arsenal could be great side in a few years can get us. With Pep in charge, we're unbeatable.
Yeah, look, it was immense. It was just so cheeky of Haaland to just absolute. But can we just talk about the power in that penalty? It was absolutely immense and so precise. Oh my God, there just is no denying. I remember coming towards the start of the season, in the middle of the season, everyone was saying, "Oh, Haaland is just had to falling off." They're on about his touch and his passing. He's not a complete striker. I don't think he's the best in the league. Man, I think everyone just needs to shut up and just praise this man for what he is. Like, it's absolutely immense. Martin, I'll come to you on you have to give praise and you have to give flowers where they're due. Like, Haaland all day, every day. I know you love Isak, but come on, man.
Yeah, listen, the guy's a machine. Do you know what I mean? There's just no stopping him. So, paid the 57 million for him. Officially to get him, but listen, when he's on his game, he's unplayable. I think we were talking the other week, Evan. I said to you, I wasn't sure that City were playing his style as much this season. They were playing a bit of a different formation. But once De Bruyne has come back in and got a bit more of a steady run in the team coming back from injury, he's just getting that service a lot better than he was. Foden kind of has gone back out to that right-hand side coming in. De Bruyne is moving in and out, and I think they're now servicing Haaland. And listen, he's ever not going to score goals this season. You know, Shearer and you know, players, you know, strikers in United before, they've all had dry patches where they haven't scored. Rooney has, you know, Roy did all. But
break.
Haaland was always going to score, always. So,
100%.
yeah, listen, I don't think it was a thrown away match. I think Spurs run out of steam. They played well the first half. The penalty was a penalty. Romero is a dirty fucking player, is what he is.
I think we can all agree on that anyway.
Yeah.
Let's make no bones.
Wow.
He likes to throw the elbows and everything else. And, you know, rightfully so, he keeps getting sent off. But I think City are City get to this point in the season where they just churn results. And they just win and win and win and win, and there's just no stopping it. And it's sickening to watch, but on the other hand, you have to kind of admire Pep and go, fair fucking play. It just is what it is. But yeah, not a thrown game. I think Spurs just ran out of steam. But Haaland is just a machine. You know, he's just going to keep going. I don't see him being in City forever and a day. That's all I will say.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can see big bids for him coming in the near future, 100%. But it's going to be massive bids. Let's see. I actually come to Darren next to see what the crack is. I have to take a United fan's take on this being so far down on the table. I don't think he actually looked up that high. It is immense, but Spurs going into that game, I think a lot of fans, you can see it on Twitter, and there was a lot of fan talk about how much they'd rather throw the game, and City until July, was the chant being shouted all across Twitter and all across social media. Would you rather seen Spurs win that game, in all honesty?
Honestly, because I knew in my heart of hearts, being perfectly honest, I didn't think, going off our recent results, that we were actually going to catch Spurs. I would have said, yeah, fuck it, let Spurs have the win. I want Arsenal to win the title. Because, let's be honest, at the point that it was a 3-horse race of Arsenal, Liverpool and City, Arsenal were the lesser of 3 evils. And no matter what happens in that, I don't care how big Arsenal fans make themselves on social media, I will stand by what I say. I would rather listen to some Arsenal fans go on social media than a 4-piece. But unfortunately, that might actually fucking still happen. So, but look, even on the topic of Haaland, I will say this much. As an unbiased football fan, when you talk about this debate of Haaland and Mbappe, I would actually still take Mbappe, because Mbappe, while he still has that top level, Mbappe is a more well-rounded player, because I suppose you kind of take this debate of not to ever compare them to Ronaldo and Messi, because there will be no Ronaldo and Messi for that long fucking time.
It's going to be years, man. It's going to be years before that happens again.
Oh, absolutely. But like, if you're going to take the kind of comparison of one's just an absolute goal machine freak in Ronaldo, and you have a more well-rounded player in Messi and Mbappe, basically, you kind of have to look at that debate, and I'm there like, who is the more well-rounded player? And in my opinion, it's Mbappe. Now, fair enough, Haaland's still young as well. He can turn his game around where he's not just a big fucking target man, the absolute freak that he is. But honestly, I will say this much. I do admire Haaland as much as I fucking hate his father, but we'll get on to that.
Oh my god. My god.
Oh, his father's a cunt. We'll call it straight. We'll call it straight. But no, like, I admire Haaland, and there was obviously that talk once upon a time of they basically kind of talk him into coming to United. Like, Dick, I'll take the question here to Dick. Do you honestly think Haaland would have gone to United all those years ago, even with the history?
No, I think the reason Haaland didn't go to United was because he didn't want to go to a bigger club, and Keano had hurt his daddy. So I think that's the reason he chose City. Look, he's a phenomenal player. He's going to score every season. He's just a goal machine. He's one of the best players in the world, has the ability to go on to be the best player in the world. I don't agree with you, Dara, with Mbappe. I think Haaland's actually better.
Fair enough.
I agree.
I actually don't.
Yeah.
I don't rate Mbappe as much as the media seem to. I just don't. I don't see it in him. I
Just
don't
actually
think
touching on that, Dick, I think PSG and the French news and all that praise him too much. And even in a Farmers League, he's not doing what Haaland's doing in the Premier League.
No,
Exactly.
no.
You know what I mean?
That's a fair
The
debate.
test is on next season when he goes to Madrid.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does in his first season in Madrid. He's going to score goals in Madrid. Look, listen, the service is there. But is he going to score 40, 45 in a season? I don't see it. And I think he'll only be in Madrid for a couple of seasons. I don't think he'll be there long term.
But the problem is then, Martin, is where, like this kind of goes for Haaland as well. The fact that Evan touched on the fact that there's going to be big money coming in for Haaland. The problem is, okay, fair enough. At this moment in time, City are where they are. They're at the top of the mountain. I'll give them credit for the moment. They'll fall drastically, albeit they will fall drastically. Don't get me wrong on that, Keon. But Mbappe, he's going to Madrid on a free. He's going to probably Bar United, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Who the fuck is he going to after Real Madrid? Genuinely.
There you go.
He'll do maybe 3 seasons. And then he'd be what age? So he'll do 3 seasons. He's what is he now? 26, is he? Or is he younger?
He's younger again. He's only 23, 24.
Is he?
23, 24. So I thought he was a little bit older, but if he does, let's say he does 3 seasons, Madrid are probably going to win everything. Barcelona have no money, they're skinned. So, the only option for Haaland really is if the financial system in the Spanish league changes on its head, because to be fair, both of the clubs are skint. La Liga's got no money. Barcelona are up to their neck in debt. And that's probably the only club that, with Mbappe going to Madrid, that Haaland is likely to go to.
Barcelona, hold on now. We have sorted our financial situation, so we have the man to back it up. We have the money to back it up. Whether he comes
10-year contracts, is this?
Yeah.
Whether he comes to us is very unlikely. But look, we'll continue on. We'll continue on.
Evan, you don't have the money, lad. You're like the local credit fucking union. Would you stop? How do we get around this 100 million PSR? I have an idea, says Todd. Let's sell a hotel. Who will we sell it to? Let's sell it to us.
You have to play the game. You have to play the game. I told you this before. There's ways around everything.
Let's never forget it. It was Abramovich coming in that started all this shit. The Premier League was doing fine till the Russian came in, flooded the fucking market, and made shit of the whole
era
fucking
will
league.
never be topped.
That's all I have to say. Still owes $2 billion to Ukraine. Just saying, Evan. That's all. Hasn't been delivered yet.
It's written off. It's all
Evan,
done. It's all tax.
Evan, as the famous United chant goes, you took all that money from that big Russian crook, and you'll never win 3 in a row.
Throwing shots already. Look, we'll move on.
Hello.
We'll move on with Durf. Durf, obviously, Liverpool being a lot closer than United to the top of the table. What was your preferred outcome? What did you want to see from that City Spurs game?
Between City and Arsenal, I wanted City to destroy Spurs. I think it's funny when Spurs lose anyway.
It's common.
Between City and like Arsenal, it's like, first of all, we want Arsenal to go through. We went through chasing City because Pep is a machine. Like we had a team worthy winning that league for 5-6 years, and City just 1 point, 2 points every year. It was a great contest to watch, even as a neutral. But then with Arsenal, I couldn't stand if Arsenal won the league. Like oh Jesus, yes. I'd leave the internet for ages. Like. I'm in
the exact same boat.
Most Liverpool fans left the internet for ages.
The other thing I'm interested in actually to see if your opinion, like what a lot of people are calling the Premier League boring now with City winning it, like. But I want to see where it went. Like, was it boring when United won? However many. Like, I don't think it's fair to say like City have an era of fair play. Like, it comes in eventually, we hope. But like, I don't think it's fair to say it's boring because people are saying, everyone's saying, it's rigged, it's boring. City win every year, it's a Farmers League. It's not a Farmers League. Villa are in Champions League this year. I think it's class.
That is actually a fair point. You know what? And that is a fair point. Everyone has an era, you said, and that is actually a good point to touch on. Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Liverpool had their year. Like
We
you know what I
underachieved in
mean?
our era, to be honest. Achieved in our era.
Like it's really funny. Everyone says the Klopp and Pep era, but yeah, you've only won one Premier League. Like
It's not even that.
gas.
It was one Prem, one Champions League. Like we had such good teams, we just fall short. Like
no, like I'm willing to put my United bias aside here. If it wasn't for the fact that Pep was at the club, you would have actually won a couple of league titles under Klopp. Because
but that's the thing. He's
no,
so
like
good.
genuinely, as I said, if Pep fucked off in about 21-22, you would have won the last couple of titles straight out because especially in that time period up until this season, you had no real contenders really. So
does anyone find it weird that Liverpool won the league during COVID when there was no fans, and City are used to playing no fans every game?
Do you know what?
We were like 50 points clear.
No fans equal wins.
We were like 50 points clear.
I think the thing, though, Jack, with that is when there was no fans in COVID at Anfield, it's exactly the same noise as when there is fans in Anfield.
Yes.
Oh shit! The speakers. Have you turned the speakers up there? Turn the speakers up there. Turn them up.
Oh, Dirk, you're in for it tonight, man. You are in for it.
I was there last weekend and I was fucking singing my heart out. It was.
You were the only one.
You were the only one.
You're the speaker. You're the speaker.
I couldn't hear myself. It was so loud.
Did you connect Bluetooth?
Himself and Klopp were standing beside each other.
My God, that is absolutely septic. But yeah, no, look, I think for me personally, right, being a Chelsea fan, I think that the best case scenario, the lesser of all evils, is City take home the league this year. Personally, look, no offense to you, Durf, I fucking hate Liverpool. I hate Liverpool with passion.
I fucking hate Chelsea. Like I've been 3 finals.
Yeah, like, but I'm not saying you're deluded now, but there's a lot of deluded fans on. You'd have to admit that yourself. Now there's a lot of deluded fans.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I like try so hard to not be deluded. Unless I'm taking the piss, obviously. I like.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. For taking the piss as well, but there's just some of the fans, and I know a lot of them personally as well. Like, and
but what the problem is though, when you see the Liverpool fans going on social media, you actually don't know. Let's say like Durf could be taking the piss now on some tweet now, say for example, but to the naked eye, they're like, is he just trying to wind people up, or is he actually genuinely deluded?
Yeah, look, I'm actually going to name and shame, right? I'm going to call them.
Oh, spill the tea.
Paddy Murphy. Mr. Paddy Murphy, you are the biggest deluded. Oh my God.
I think he takes the piss, though. I think he takes the piss.
He is genuinely deluded.
No, actually, what though? No, actually, what though? I'm after seeing in the comments there, Dubes is after putting in Craig from Manfield agendas.
Oh no, I agree. I think Craig is.
Craig is absolutely.
Yes.
Like my brother loves Craig, and like he'll watch all the post-match things. And Craig, he's like, 1 minute he's like, we're class. He's like, fucking get them all out. Salah, go to Saudi. You're in Klopp. Time for you to leave. Like,
Durf, you realise he's basically just he's Liverpool's answer to Mark Goldbridge, and unfortunately we have to. Unfortunately, we have to sit here and say we have to accept it because unfortunately, while he is a Nottingham Forest fan, we can't fucking say anything because of course United stand, and I'm there like. United stand my fucking hole. He's a deluded, toxic fucker. Like,
he's a complete twat.
It has to be Craig and Paddy Murphy they drive me insane. They're just so.
What about Jonathan Morley?
Do you know what?
I'm right here.
Do you know what? Jonathan isn't too bad since he's at the. I don't know what went on between himself and Paddy, but they kind of drew away from each other. But he's not as I don't know. I think something went on. They were live there one of the days, and you know,
they're both in Anfield there the same week I was there last week. Like 2 of them.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, together. Like.
Well, in fairness, Jonathan Morley actually isn't too bad in comparison to Paddy. Oh my God! If you have Craig there in the mix as well, it's absolutely disaster. It's just.
I think Jonathan's funny. Like.
Jonathan actually is all right.
For them two down there. Mark
Hey!
down there. Fucking hell.
Have you seen the Morley compilation?
What's that?
Come here, Goldbridge doesn't represent. Goldbridge does not represent Manchester United fans. Goldbridge is a self-deluded twat that wants to promote himself and has too many fucking followers that are eager to lick his fucking arse, and I'd have nothing to do with him other than probably kick him in the forehead. So
Yeah,
he
you
can
were saying
Just
you
in
said
the
in the
part.
chat there that you love
But-
Goldbridge. You said
but
you
you know what the thing is though, like, but the thing is
No,
though,
Goldbridge looked for a photo with me.
no, but like, what the thing is though, and like Keane mentioned this in a group chat before, and I actually agree with it because once upon a time, Goldbridge was entertaining. I will admit that myself. I used to watch him. I did just go back to the lockdown times. I would have watched it. It's like fair if you see the little clips go up of him playing FIFA. That they the whole fucking viral clip now, like fucking was it? It was the moment where he was playing Burnley in fucking FIFA, and he was there like, Vote Fekos, that's not even a name. And I was there like, well, it's fucking ironic though. He's after becoming a United player, but anyway.
Yeah, look, I think we'll name a Shane. So you have Mark Goldbridge, you have Paddy Murphy, and you have Craig then as well. I think the three boys are
Faz as
definitely
well. Faz can go.
Can we name Shane other deluded fans that aren't Liverpool fans?
Oh, we can actually. We actually can. If you want to call out anyone else, there's no panic.
Well,
on tour.
there's the seven.
Keon, you've been called out. Keon, you've been called out.
He's not deluded, he's just cocky.
Come on.
Is there any deluded Chelsea fans?
Evan
No,
I'm joking.
Dubes is second.
I'm joking.
We love
Dubes.
We love Dubes.
Yeah, Dubes is a good man.
Dubes, you've been called out, man. You've been called out. You're deluded.
Yeah, Dubes is right there. The whole of Arsenal fans TV.
Oh, Lewis Bolden, actually, yes. Keane put a valid point in. Lewis Bolden, yes.
I think he's so funny though. He's so funny.
There is deluded fans for Chelsea. Is it not your man Rory talks football? He's a fucking bell end.
I don't know.
Rory talks football.
I agree. I agree.
Sorry, who's the fellow for Arsenal? So, because they're like Jennings, is this or am I thinking someone else?
No, Rory.
I think that's him.
Oh, sorry, I thought he was Arsenal fan. Sorry,
yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's the one I'm on about.
Rory talks football is Arsenal. I thought he's alright though.
Yeah, for Newcastle, you got the true Geordie. He fucking does my head in as well.
I haven't seen him in years.
No, I have not.
He went off the screen after some bird took a dump on his chest. So
yeah, I heard.
What?
Yeah,
is that
just Google? Well, don't Google it, Dara. But like at some point, do it off the grid, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Internet on privacy.
Yeah.
He was having some fun, and it got out there. So yeah, he went off.
God.
So he lost a whole heap of fucking sponsorship and stuff through it. He went right to the wire, like.
Jesus.
All the co-hosts left, sir.
I know a deluded Chelsea fan. Probably the most deluded fucker I've ever seen. And he turned up at the Premier League Hall of Fame wearing his fucking medals. What a fucking tosspad, John Terry.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Boys,
hold on now, boys. Relax.
I can't
stand. Hall of Famer there now. Hold on now.
All of
an absolute legend, a Premier League legend. Top, definitely, without question, in the top 3 defenders of the Premier League. Put some respect on the man's name now. Come on.
No, does he walk around with the medals on him?
Sure, there's none on his mother's name.
He went there.
From what I've heard.
Fucking hell.
Look, lads, it's been good. Thanks for watching there now.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Everything we said tonight now. Allegedly.
Oh, yeah.
Look, lads.
So Keane told me anyway.
Yeah, look, we're going to get cancelled at this stage if we keep going on and naming. Look, we're going to move on, right? So we were talking about Haaland and strikers and Mbappe and that, so we will move on to the next topic in strikers in the Premier League and the lack of strikership in the Premier League. But in the past few years, like we do have Watkins, Isak, we also have, you could say Jackson. I suppose you could throw.
Oh, fuck off!
No. He's like a fucking striker off Wish. Will you go away?
I'd rather.
I didn't agree.
No. I will say this.
Jackson's a good player.
He's coming good.
Yes, Keon. Yes.
His confidence is lacking. I think
lads,
he's coming good. He's coming
good. I really do think.
I would rather have Darwin Nunes up front every week.
Points with that comment.
I would rather have
front three.
I think he's
scored more whole front three.
I would rather have Darwin Nunes up front every week than fucking Nicholas Jackson.
No, he's a better player than Darwin Nunes. He will be. He already is, in my opinion. Actually, yeah.
Jackson all day over Nunes. Come on, now, lads.
I'm Nunes 25.
I'm fucking 50, and I'm a better player than fucking Darwin Nunes. Fuck
Come
it.
on now,
Yeah,
boys.
I would not put that pile of shite.
I agree with Jack. That's a fair comment.
I've been the most hypocritical on Jackson's part. I've given him the most heat, especially at Chelsea. I've slated him on this show. I've slated him on OnlyFans. I've slated him in comments on TikToks. I've gone in on this man. I've slated him on group chats, the whole shebang. And in fairness, if you look at the stats, right, he's not a born striker, right? He's a left winger. And in fairness, to slot into that striker role and to get the goals and assists that he's got this season, he's after shutting a lot of people up, and me included. You have to give flowers where flowers are due, lads. In fairness, and compared to Nunes, you would take Jackson all day, every day, up top.
I wouldn't.
100%. That's because you're deluded.
No. I'll admit I have like an undesired love for him, so I can't like.
I'll say this much.
Every day of the week.
Evan around about giving people flowers. It's the problem was Nicholas Jackson was giving his flowers to someone else. I'm not going to name her because I don't want to be fucking giving her promotion. But at the same time, once he stopped giving her flowers, he actually started scoring. So fair fucks him. That's all I was going to say on that one.
Yeah, look, it is a good shout, but like we will talk about transfer rumors of the, we'll say, Watkins, Ivan Toney, and Isak. I said a few. I'm after saying the past few weeks now. I said it 2 years ago about Watkins. Watkins is after having an immense season. We talked about him on this show about getting the golden boot when it was a lot closer race. I think it's crazy how he wasn't snatched up 2 years ago. I think it's absolutely madness. I beg and plead with lads supporting other clubs. If you have the chance to take a striker, Watkins is your man. I was laughed out of, and look where he is now. I think Watkins is due a big move, and I would 100% pay 70 to 80 million for him at Chelsea all day, every day. Keon, I'm going to come to you first, as obviously being City have the best striker in the league. This was saying the past few years, actually. Watkins, where's your stance on? Do you take him at City if it is an option?
Listen, well, right now, not really Alvarez and Haaland. I think are better players than him. But that being said, Watkins deserves a big move to a big club. 100% he does. And like you said, what he's done this season for Villa has been unnoticed in some ways. No one talks about Watkins. You just talk about your main strikers like your Haaland and your Alvarez and your Højlund. I don't know why we talk about Højlund, but you know what I mean? Just put him in there. But just strikers in general. But Watkins doesn't show up, does he, in the sense of people want to talk about him. But he's shown up this season for Villa, and he's the reason why they're in the Champions League next season. And he needs to be on that plane to the Euros because he's a big feature for us for the Euros, 100% for England.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, actually. I think he needs to be on that airplane now, over. And look, lads, I'm actually going to find it hard now to decide who has a worse striker, Liverpool or United.
Fucking hell, which shit's fucking clearer, do you know what I mean? Like, what fucking shit do you want?
It's scandalous. So look, I'm going to have to bite the bullet.
Martinez in centre back is a better striker than fucking Nunes. So I mean,
that's just delusion. That's just delusion.
Okay. I'm going to make
16 goals, 14 assists this season. He's not had a terrible season at all.
Evan's all about fucking poor strikers. Look at Højlund's shot conversion rate stats and come back to me, because the boy, in the shots that he's actually been taking, where he's actually been able to get fucking service to his feet.
I think Højlund has the ability to go on to be one of the top strikers once they get a team that gets service into him. I mean, we need a massive clear out this season. Let's not fucking beat around the bush. And
gotta fix the roof first.
Up the roof. Where they can take the fucking roof off once they get the team there.
It's the only way to lift the roof in that place at the moment.
Hey.
Yeah, look. I think we'll go to the United fans now on Watkins. I think it's only fair since there's Tui now kind of back in the corner. I know you have Højlund. Højlund's, you can't really say much about.
No.
It has been poor, in fairness. A spade is a spade. But if Watkins comes on the market, you'd have to say about 70, 80 million without a doubt. Do United bag him just on the off chance of Højlund staying consistently shit?
I think Watkins definitely has had a great season. I wouldn't mind seeing him at United, and I think Højlund would learn from his play. You know, telling you, I'm saying it here now. Come back to me next fucking season. Hyland's going to fucking turn out to be a fucking great player.
So we also have another deluded fan. Dick, we can add you to the list of deluded fans.
No.
That's crazy.
As not even because we're both United fans and the fact that Dick can fucking dig my head in from next week, but I will back the corner here because you look at the statistics. The boy has not gotten any service. You can actually watch back that. No, genuinely, what?
You tell him.
You're saying look at stats.
How about this? Anyway, honestly, no. You watch back that fucking Arsenal game last week. Before the fucking rain fell in. Literally, I said I'd get that point before someone else tried to butt it in. But honestly, you watch Hyland going you watch Hyland going through the middle. Garnacho's trying to beat fucking Gabriel or Saliba, whichever fucking defender he was trying to take on. He was keep trying to press into the fucking byline, whereas he had Hyland free on the fucking middle. There was no one fucking giving him service. Angry Ginge, come on, man.
Probably do a better job.
Right.
No.
You're gone.
You're gone. But no, honestly, I will say this much. I will agree with Dick. I would take Watkins 100% because you look at some of our greater teams, the amount of top quality forwards we had to rotate and choose from were fucking immense. Like our 07-08 team, you had Berbatov is away one. My years are gone from me now, but
I think he was Berbatov, yeah.
Yeah, so like you look at that 07-08 team, you had Ronaldo, Tevez, and Rooney, like three of the fucking most clinical players, like, and you had chance to rotate all of them or even play all across the fucking front three. So it was that kind of, you need quality and depth. And if I'm being honest, if I could take any striker out of the Premier League teams right now, I'm poaching across the other side of Manchester. I'm taking Julian Alvarez straight up.
That's actually not a bad show, and I've actually made the comparison. I made a comparison, right, when Gabriel Jesus was at City, right? He was underrated, underappreciated. He was immense when he came off that bench. Even playing on the right, he was still a serious player. Alvarez is after slotting into that role now, and he's been absolutely immense when he has gotten games. He's coming off the bench. He's been immense. He's underappreciated and undervalued. I think any team would be gladly to pay 100 million for him.
I would gladly poach across the other side of Manchester and say, name your price. I would gladly take him because of the fact that he has that ability to play across. And I've said it before, if you didn't have Haaland in that team, you're on about Jesus being undervalued and underappreciated. If you take Haaland out of that City team, if he fucked off to Madrid now, let's say next year, and Alvarez is your sole striker, that boy will thrive. He will thrive.
100%. 100%.
Dara, do you think though Alvarez will be able to make the step up to play in front of fans?
You know what? That's why you wear glasses, because you can't see. You can't see.
Oh!
You know what I mean?
And I can't see any fans in the empty shed.
You need 4D glasses, I think. No,
I'm starting to feel bad for him now. Jeez.
Look, lads, we'll move on to one of the players we also mentioned was Isak, and obviously we'll go to Martin on this one. You have Isak at the moment. Is there thoughts of holding on to him, considering injuries and fairness? Watkins, Ivan Toney, Isak. Is Isak still your number one between the three?
Absolutely, by 100 miles. He's outside of Haaland the last 3 months. He's been the best striker in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt.
You know,
some of his goals.
I won't argue that in the last 3 months. Yeah,
some of his goals. His goal against Everton last season, where he danced around the whole Everton team, was just a delight. He's got everything. To me,
Dubes.
I think he's just missing. What Dubes is missing there is Isak will be the best Swedish striker of all time. I think.
Henrik Larsson, Ibrahimovic. Are you fucking sure?
Ibrahimovic has set the standard. And as we're speaking of strikers and Isak in the last 3 months, I think we're forgetting Palmer from Chelsea.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention Palmer, but yeah, look, listen, Isak's not going anywhere. There is more chance of us selling Kamara than there is selling.
You have to sell. You have to sell.
No, we don't. We don't. We actually don't. We don't have to sell anybody.
Wilson's on his way out.
Huh?
Callum Wilson's on his way out.
Yeah, Wilson's made of fucking glass. And you know who I would take to replace him? I would actually go down a league, and I would take the lad in Blackburn, Smodics.
Yes.
And I would bring him up.
Not a bad
Yeah,
shout.
I would bring him up as Wilson's replacement. Now I still think we need another striker. Yeah, absolutely. Guarantee you, he'll score goals in any league he's in. Guarantee, he just has it. So I would take him as a third. I think we'll have Isaac as our first. I think Newcastle still need another striker, but I would take somebody like Smodics in as a second or third rotational player, because Isaac does have the odd little strain. But listen, we paid 46 million for Isaac. He's got to be worth fucking 80, 85 as it stands currently now. So he's second highest scorer in the league at the moment. You're mad.
No, okay.
He is. When you watch him, he is the closest player that, not necessarily with the amount of goals at the moment, but in form and how he plays, he is the closest that we've seen since Thierry Henry in how he plays.
Hold on.
Evan, you need to stop. You need to stop watching Sorry Miss Jackson. You need to watch a proper striker, mate.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Evan,
did I just hear that right?
Checking VAR for deluded.
That he is as good as what I said. As his style of play is very, very similar as to how he can go through. He can go left or right. The way he can curl the ball in. He's very, very in that same style of play. Is what I'm saying.
I'm going to come go left or right. So he's like check VAR there, Dara, please.
Go ahead, mate.
Yeah, no, we're just looking at confirmation on that. Martin called there, saying that he compared Isaac with Thierry Henry. Is that can we confirm that?
Yeah, I can confirm that. What's the on-field review?
Yeah, no, it just looks a bit offside to me. Can we just check replay on that? Is that a straight red? I think we call that a straight red.
It's debatable. I'll leave it out to you guys.
Thereabouts.
Okay. Yeah. Red card.
You're
fucking off. You're off. That is a scandalous fucking
Keep watching them, boys.
That is a scandalous thing. I'm gonna have to give you a red card.
I know, like
that is awful.
I will say this much. I do rate high or Isaac. Don't get me wrong, but to make that comparison, though.
No, I'm not making the comparison. I'm not saying he will score as many. What I'm saying is just watch his style of play.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying he's as great as.
I get what you're saying.
Like, the things with Evan's earphones is they've obviously gone straight into his fucking thick skull because he's not listening. So what I'm saying, just watch his, like, Keon gets it. Just watch his style of play. Watch his style of play.
And never forget, Thierry Henry is and always will be a wanker.
Yes,
absolutely. I second that
100%. 100%.
And just by the way, just very, very quickly, while we're on about strikers, and I will say this while Keon is, it will not take Haaland long to smash Shearer's record.
Oh, absolutely.
That's gone within the next 2 seasons.
On the trajectory he's on, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. 2 seasons more, and he waxed that out of it. He's up to 250, 255, easy.
100%. No, just touching on Dubes there now. Dubes, you've made the fucking list. You've made the list of deluded fans. You've made the list. Go. It's too late.
Too late, mate. Too late to apologise.
I second that.
We will move on to Durf now. Durf, Liverpool, you have Nunes. You're going to back the corner all day, every day. That's fair enough.
No, I'll be honest.
Sorry.
I'll be honest. Jota is a better player than Derek.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll all agree there.
Okay. I was about to go to the bar there for a minute.
I know.
Look, he might be a better player, but he's a diving fucking cheat.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one
again, Newcastle man. He was 10 yards past fucking Dubravka when he went down. You know what I mean?
You would have tapped him that other way. You would have tapped him.
I need to find a woman who goes down.
He's giving you a chance. He's giving you a chance.
Oh my God!
Go on, Dirk. Go on. Speak your corner, Dirk.
Yeah, and I think we need to keep Jota fit because, like, the moment our front three is kind of we don't have an out striker because when Darren Hasman's there and who has Jota, we kind of running Gakpo kind of dropping deep in the way or playing on the left. And I'm already sure, like, we kind of set up differently every week now. Diaz, Salah, Gakpo, even Elliott now kind of is playing either on the right wing or in midfield. I think we're looking at from what I heard, like a defender and a striker in the summer. You need to sign definitely a defender. Maybe a striker too.
Look, between Watkins, Isak, and Ivan Toney, I don't think we haven't mentioned Ivan.
I wouldn't say Toney. I wouldn't say Toney.
I don't think Toney's at the same
he
levels as Isak and Watkins.
Tony be worth a bet.
No, Durf, between
the thing with Watkins. Sorry, Evan. The thing with Watkins is, I think he will at some point deserve that big move. It'll be interesting to see what he does now that Villa are in the Champions League. So he's scoring goals as he is this season, but let's see what he does and that Villa team when they're playing those extra games midweek and everything else, because it's a fucking killer. Newcastle have proved to that. You get a couple of injuries.
They're playing extra games with the Conference League, but they're not the same level.
Yeah, and they got thumped twice over, so let's see how they get on the Champions League. This is a great season, but I'd be interested just to see, does he keep up that same scoring ratio next season? I don't think he will.
And I'll make a point here, Durf. Going on your striker issues between Nunes, Jota not being fit, do you go back to the old well of an ex-Liverpool player? Do you go back in for Solanke? Because let's be honest, he's had an underrated season.
I was thinking, I'd happily like I don't know. Whenever we sold him, I don't know whoever did the deal. They cooked, like they put a class like we have a kind of return clause where it's like he's very cheap and like if we want him, I'd happily take him. I think he'd be a great.
But like the problem is then though, like I suppose like it took him a while.
I think he is leaving Bournemouth. I think he's leaving Bournemouth this season. Like I think he will leave Bournemouth during the summer. Like,
do you know what?
I think he's a good player.
Solanke at Liverpool for me, right?
Solanke at 20 a season
for me would actually
remind me. I don't know why we sold him initially though.
It would actually remind me of Sturridge. So it would if Solanke went back to Liverpool. That's the kind of vibe I get off Solanke. So it would.
But the problem is, I suppose,
seeing him a few years ago during pre-season, like, he never really got a full game. He scored probably 2 or 3 senior goals. Like, he wasn't. I think it's more of a loan thing, and then he.
Yeah, but he's scoring decent goals in a really poor Bournemouth team.
Oh yeah, he's good. Like he's good.
Put him in a team with some service. I think he could. He get you 20 a season.
No, I suppose Martin, having said that, though, is like the way the Bournemouth have kind of come around with Areola now as manager, it's a different style.
Well, yeah.
The problem is, if you take him out of Areola's style of football. But like honestly, does he still get the same goals? Yeah, like that's the thing. Like,
I think he's the kind of striker though. It's like there's some strikers you see are goal scorers. They work really like they're great players. They work on a system. Solanke, like you wouldn't say Bournemouth play absolutely scintillating football, but like
they play to his
he has
strength.
a bit of magic in him where he can. Yeah, they play well, and he'll get the ball. He can hold it up himself, turn his man, score. Outside the box, whatever. Yeah. I think he doesn't rely on other people, and I can imagine then if he has services and if he's getting on the end of crosses, like
Yeah, look, do you know what? I'm actually going to go a bit off topic here, right? Now that we actually have a Liverpool fan on it and to kind of get Liverpool's opinion on it. All right, the whole Klopp leaving and the rumours of Salah heading out to Saudi, what do you bank in on Salah this season? Or does he stay another season and kind of devalue
I think he said already he will stay another season. I would keep him. Like, he's still a class player. Like, I love him saying he had a poor season. By his standards, yeah, but his numbers are still off the charts. Like, I mean, he's still on, I don't know exactly, 17 or 18 goals or something, I don't know, and like a load of assists. Like this year, again, like you think back a few years, we had Mane and Firmino. It was a very different, like Mane and Salah nearly played as strikers, like inverted. Whereas with his new team, he's had to change his role completely and kind of be more of a provider. And he's kind of shown that with the assists he's gotten. I wouldn't actually cash in on him, like, because I don't like. I think even another year will get a bit if he goes to Saudi. Like, he's still like a big name, especially like kind of Islamic connection and stuff. Like, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would keep him another year. Like, I think he's still quality. Like, he's only had a few poor games, kind of towards the end of the season, when you can clearly say our whole team has fallen off. And is that because Salah's fallen off and he was carrying us, or was the whole team falling off? And that's why he's not doing well.
No. I think I can explain that. It's because Salah's hairline is starting to recede. The more goes back.
Yes. The talent is in the hairline. The talent is in the hairline.
I think it's because Virgil van Dijk found out he wasn't the world's best defender, and he's actually pretty fucking average. And I think that's
he is, though, actually. Van Dijk's world's defender. Van Dijk's world's best defender.
No,
the world's best.
In the Premier League,
he actually thought he was the world's best defender. He was mentioning himself in the same breath as Vidic and Ferdinand. So I mean, add him to the deluded list.
Oh, sorry. He's better than Vidic and Ferdinand.
Oh fuck no, Jesus!
To be fair,
no.
No.
You just made the
Evan,
fucking list.
Evan,
You
hold
just
on,
made the fucking
Evan.
list.
Durf made the list.
Evan,
I'm not making the list. That's
just for Durfee, he's claiming that Virgil's best defender in the
help
world.
me.
Can we have another VAR review here,
Yeah,
please,
we
lads?
need
Because
to
that's
for
another
that.
fucking red
Hold
for
on,
me.
hold on.
no, I didn't mean to say the word.
There,
I
there,
didn't
there.
I mean, I
That's
didn't.
okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's too late, lads. It's too
Hold
late.
on. Can we just go to VAR there? Dara, are you there?
Ref.
Yeah, I'm there, mate.
Yeah, we just get confirmation that I just heard Durf say that Van Dijk was the best defender in the world. Can we get a check on that?
I can confirm this right now. We don't. Why are we even having this discussion? This is a straight fucking red.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I figured that. Okay,
Straight
let's
fucking
call
red,
it.
mate.
It's been called
Gone.
Durf, red card.
Confirm,
You're fucking
confirm.
gone, mate. You're fucking gone. You're gone. It's a
Nah,
red
you're,
card,
you're,
fucking gone.
it's all nostalgia merchant. It's all nostalgia merchant.
No way, nostalgia. No, if you want to go by stats, we can go by stats. If you want to go by nostalgia, you can go by nostalgia. If you want to go just
Let's go by
talented
aura.
player in aura. Well, there's no better aura than like shagging
Aura
your
Van Dijk,
teammate's
come
wife.
on.
Like, do you know what I mean? There's no better aura than that. That is my guy. That's my guy.
I can see.
Would you believe I met him during the summer, Wayne, and I just went up to him and I said, "Yeah, you're. I don't know how you didn't kick the shit out of that other wanker."
The man is a national treasure. I don't care what anyone says. But look, lads, we're going to have to move on. We could stay here all night talking about it, but we will actually move on now, coming into the 50th minute. What did we have next? Oh yeah, so we also have Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year. So we might just roll these off quick. Like, in fairness, I think it's fairly obvious. Young Player of the Year for me, Palmer.
Yeah,
Player of the Year, Palmer.
Oh fuck no, right. There's a lot of debate as to who you could actually put for Player of the Year, but like I will give Cole Palmer Young Player of the Year on the simple basis of
shadow doubt. We'll go one by one, right? For Young Player of the Year, for me, Palmer, 100%. Martin, what do you think? Palmer,
Anthony Gordon.
Oh fuck!
It's not a bad. No, do you know what? It's not a bad shout, but you're wrong.
I
It
think
is Palmer.
as the season goes, I will absolutely agree with Palmer. I think he's been outstanding for Chelsea, an inspired signing. Don't get the fact that fucking City let him go. I think he's a class player. He's a fucking dickhead, I will add, but he's a very good player and has had an outstanding season. So I think overall, yes, but I think Anthony Gordon has had an outstanding season from where he was last season with 10 goals and 12 assists. I think he's been fab for us as well. And
Okay,
Martin,
Martin, why is this? Where the fuck's my screen here?
Yeah, I can't even see that, man.
Why is that specky little cunt or Young Player of the Year?
Because he's been the best lad on our pitch this season by far.
No, you have to, Darry. You have to give flowers. He considering the team he's on,
he's had a fantastic season. But Palmer
had an immense season.
Oh no, like
Palmer had the season he's had. I would say Gordon wins it.
Like, I'm not even just saying this as a United fan. Copy Manu, lads. Come on,
lads. He's overhyped.
No,
He's overhyped.
He's not
Over fucking hyped.
He is.
Oh man.
He's
He's not all that.
He's not all that, man. Come on. He's all hyped.
Exactly. He knows.
No.
Come on, I'll tell you
look,
something. Man United always make the headlines because Man United, they just overhype players when Man United players do.
Because how else will the paper sell their fucking paper?
If there was no social media,
that's not a good defense. That's not a good defense.
Look, Keon,
we'll come to that Palmer is the Young Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon should get a move to a big club like us because he's actually pretty decent. But you can't say Kobe Mainoo hasn't come in at his age and done what he's done in a shit United team. He's actually played better than
Chelsea were also shit
of the senior players there. You know, so I mean, he's actually stepped up.
But the problem is, right?
Does he get Player of the Year? No, Palmer does.
But the problem, right? But like the problem is, right? You look at Kobe Mainoo. Like I saw someone made a point. No.
Wiley's not fucking great, to be fair. I never said that.
You look at the fact that, as Dex said, it's a shit United team the way it is right now. If you take Kobe Mainoo, do what he's doing at that level in a lower team, he's being hyped up for a big club move. I can't see how he's not up there. Like in my opinion, like fair enough. Gordon's had a good season. Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, it would be Palmer 1, Mainoo 2, Gordon's 3 in terms of
That's a
young
red.
player.
That's a red.
What?
It's not a red to yellow.
I would gotta check it.
Martin in
That's
VAR, are you there? Martin,
Menu
are you there
above
in VAR?
Gordon. Holy crap, Dara. You must still have water in your ears from Old Trafford from last week. What
Martin,
the fuck?
can I just get a check in VAR there? Did I hear that
Yeah,
right?
you can. You go ahead there.
Can I go ahead and give that red? I can.
Yeah, no, give it. Yeah, that's
It's not
absolutely
red.
bullshit.
It's not red.
Give it.
He's
Straight
gone.
red. There you're fucking
yellow.
gone, mate. You're
Ref!
gone.
Ref!
There you're gone. There you're fucking gone.
Man.
That's a straight red, man.
That's
You're
also
gone.
an additional 2-match ban for even fucking
That's
trying
a
to
2-match
protest.
fucking man as well. You're gone, Derek. Get out of here. Look, we'll come to Keon on this. Keon, young player of the year. I
Right.
think there is a fair shout.
Yeah, well, listen, I think Foden could back both of us if he's I think he deserves both. But I'm going to say Cole Palmer, young player of the year, just because going into that Chelsea side and doing what he's done, being the main player, the main star, was incredible from him. And I didn't think he was going to do it when he left us. I thought, well, he didn't really want to leave us, by the way. He didn't want to leave us. He had to go because, you know, we just wasn't space for him really in the team.
Yeah.
But what he did at Chelsea, I never, ever thought that Cole Palmer wasn't a good player. I've always known he's a good player. Did I know he was a great player like he's shown this year? No. If he carries on this season to next season, I'm telling you right now, give me a red card. But Chelsea, if they play like a team next season, they are title challengers next season. Give me a red card. But I agree.
No, that's
Yeah.
a clean tackle,
VAR
clean
check.
tackle.
VAR
Chelsea shirt.
No,
The rest of
no,
the
it's a
Chelsea
clean
shirt.
tackle.
Give me a red card.
No, there's no red card. There's a clean
Ref, take off the
tackle.
Chelsea
Play
shirt.
on.
Good man.
Play on,
Liverpool
boys,
have a
play on.
downfall. They're not going to do well on the lending manager.
I'm
No
sorry,
way.
lads. We've got
Yes, we are.
I
We've got
knew the Chelsea VAR was corrupt. Fucking.
No, it was a clean tackle. No,
We've
Keon, you're okay. You have a clean
Thank
tackle.
you.
You're all
There you
good,
go.
mate.
We have
Exactly.
Chelsea's answer to Michael Oliver on fucking VAR here.
Look, Dirk, we'll come to you next, right? Young player of the year. Obviously, Liverpool fan, you're not going to hype up everyone too much, like, but there's no one else in fairness.
He's going to
like,
say Van Dijk again, isn't he?
It would surprise me. Go on, Dave.
Young player of the year, Evan Ferguson.
He hasn't done much.
Ooh.
Okay,
No, he's missing.
no.
Yes,
Up to the
Cole
point of
Palmer,
being-
it's Cole
up to the
Palmer,
point
it's
of being
Cole Palmer.
injured.
Yes, okay. And then he went to VAR on that one. Then he went to VAR and it was due a yellow. You were due a yellow on that one. Yeah,
yellow.
no, look, I think.
No, yeah, Cole Palmer.
Yeah, no, look, I think
Like-
it's all fairness considering where
Yeah,
Chelsea are at.
initially, I thought he was being overhyped because he was shining bright in a very poor Chelsea side. But even Chelsea got much better. He stayed like the main man in that team. The fact he's only is he 20 years old? Is it? And like he wasn't getting a game for City, and that shows levels like as well. The fact he's come there in Chelsea class, like yeah, young player of the year all day.
Yeah, no, I don't 100% agree. Look, where I stand is considering the year Chelsea are after having, considering the man's back is broke with carrying that club, and look where we're at now, and the man is still scoring goals and still putting his name on that scoreboard. For such a young talent to be at that, and I think you have to give him his praise this season, but his true test will be next season and see if he can carry that on. And if it gets to his head or not. But look, we will have to wait and see. But we will move on to player of the year. Now, this is where it gets a bit spicier. Like, there's a few shouts, but I've seen it in the comments already, and I think it is fair to say, all things considered, despite goals scored and that. But for me personally, I think Foden bags it for me. Despite Haaland's
I agree.
goal and boot, I think Foden takes the bag on this one. I can see Dara looking at me, ready to fucking chew my head off. But I
suppose, like, I'm not going
It
to
can't be
argue.
United player. It can't be a United player.
it definitely can't be.
way.
United.
I was
No
never
way.
going to put a United player. I suppose. And Jack, you can fucking give out to me all you want.
I'm not
Wait.
even going to mention the fuckers.
No.
They can give him the award, but I'm not fucking mentioning it. I fucking
No.
hate
I would say
rat
this much.
Evan.
Foden, like, fair enough, I didn't watch enough of City to actually know how he's actually influenced the team. And Keon, you could probably divulge in that in a minute. However,
Well, that's enough as a point.
what I want to say is, and
You said you haven't
much-
watched him, like,
as
so
much
what's
as
the
he's
point?
as much as he has
Exactly.
fucking put a dagger through the heart of all Irishmen, I had to nearly say Declan Rice just of an impact he's made on the Arsenal team. Just on the impact alone he's made on that Arsenal team.
No.
They're the exact
No.
same place last season.
You know what, Dara? That's not a bad shout, mate.
It's a good shout, it's a good
I can
shout.
see
I
where you're
rate it a
going
lot.
with that. To be fair,
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like he's made that Arsenal, or he's allowed Arsenal to make that step up now. Fair enough. I was fucking laughing at the start of the season because
The step up
the way
from second to second, is it?
no, because honestly, the way Arsenal were trying to at the start of the season, were trying to put fucking both Rice and Havertz in that midfield. It was clunky. It wasn't working. They've switched it up. They've unlocked Kai Havertz, as myself and Dick have talked about last week in the Arsenal preview. Somehow they managed it. They kept them quiet anyway, the game on Sunday. But anyway, but like the fact that Rice has allowed Arsenal midfield to go on and progress that little bit more. And it's just for that reason I would nearly kind of put him as my player of the season, because he's made that impact. He's made them actual proper title challenges, pushing City all the way to the last game of the season compared to falling off the way they did last season. It's that little bit of a difference. And fuck, we don't know what'll happen now Sunday. We might divulge in that a little bit more. But the fact that Rice has made that a little bit of an impact, like, again, Keon, you can divulge as to how Foden's made that more of an impact for City, because personally, me being me, as much of a football fan, I haven't watched City. So you could tell me where I'm missing that. But for me,
lads,
Rice,
can I make
Rice
a point? I have to shoot there now, okay? So I just want to say thanks for tonight. And fuck City, fuck Newcastle, fuck Chelsea. But most of all,
fuck the Scousers.
Fuck
Oh,
Liverpool.
God.
Surely that's a red as well, isn't it?
No, like the
Fuck
good
Liverpool.
one.
Hold on, let me-
I am delighted that they have fucked up
He's
this
just gonna fuck.
season.
He's going anyway.
Keon,
What
Keon,
happened?
are you there? Keon, are you there? Can I
Yeah.
just check back there for a minute? So we
Yeah.
just got Deck there saying
Go on.
basically fuck all our teams. Can we confirm that?
No,
Is that
send
straight
him
red?
off, man. Send him off.
Straight red,
Send
yeah?
him off.
Perfect,
It's a
perfect.
disconnect.
All right.
He's got to go.
Deck, red card, you're fucking gone, man.
Cheerio,
You're fucking gone.
cheerio,
You're fucking gone, Deck. You're gone. Get out of here. Yeah, look. So look, I'm on Foden anyway. I think that Dara is on Rice. Martin, we'll come to you next. Where do you think it lies?
Yeah, listen, I think Foden's has been outstanding, but I'm gonna go back to what we were originally talking about. I'm gonna give it to Cole Palmer, because I think he has, just for me, he has been week in, week out. He's been the player that has performed consistently, and I know that Chelsea are not at the top challenging for the title, and they probably won't be for years to come. But I think the way he has performed right the way over the season in that Chelsea team, considering how poor they were, then
Please send James off from the chat.
I'm going to give it to him, because I think he's just been outstanding for Chelsea and has pulled them to where they are. I get Foden's had an amazing season, but he's in a really superb team. And I think if I was picking somebody from City, Keane flashing up before, I'd probably be picking Rodri, because I think he's been super outstanding throughout that City team for the season.
Martin, Martin.
Yep.
I have Martin Odegaard here. I want him to take your photo, because he likes taking photos. Can you just hold the brown envelope up next to Evan there?
Yeah. Where the fuck is
My
it? Oh, hang on.
God.
Let me pocket. No, listen. Evan knows I like to rip fucking Chelsea, but I just think Palmer. You got to look at the two teams for me. So I'm looking at what he's got around him compared to what Foden has. Like, Foden is servicing players like Haaland. He's got Rodri in there. He's got fucking De Bruyne coming in. Like, Chelsea have struggled for 2/3 of the season, lads. And Palmer has been consistent right the way through. So I think when you look at what he's had to work with, Chelsea are coming good now. But I think to show that level of consistency in his first season after a fucking really big move, I think he gets it for me.
That's fair.
100% agree with that. I won't lie. Like, in fairness, if I was giving Young Player of the Year to Palmer, I was only being diverse with giving Foden Player of the Year. Like I said already, I'd give Palmer both, but I would be unbiased and give it to Foden with this one. Keon, I'll come to you next. Player of the Year.
I mean,
Is it guaranteed to City?
Yeah, Foden's the obvious one, but for me, I'm going to say Rodri. I think what he goes unnoticed this season a lot. I mean, every time he's out of the squad this season, we've lost or drew, do you know what I mean? So Rodri's unbeaten with us for 60-odd games, it's like 68, 69 now, something like that. But listen, Rodri is a massive part of this City team, and Foden is too, but we've got a lot of attacking good players. But that CDM role, if you conquer that in modern-day football, you're going to go places. And we have with Rodri. And Rodri is the best CDM on the planet by far, by a country mile.
Yeah.
No one comes close. right now.
100%.
But having a CDM in the modern day era of football is key more than anything. More than your attackers, more than your defenders. A CDM is key. The heart of your midfield is a CDM. Rodri is my player of the year.
Do you know what? That's actually probably the most
Massive shout.
factual statement said all night, and that is a fair point. You know what? That is probably the most truth anyone has ever spoken on this show. In fairness,
Ever.
like Rodri is absolutely immense. I think people are absolutely overlooking him. It's the same with a lot of awards. Everyone kind of goes for the goal scorers, but no one actually goes for the likes of the defenders or the lads who hold that midfield role. And Rodri, like Keon said, is absolutely immense this season. They've lost or drew every game that he hasn't started. So he is definitely up there by far. Durf, I'll come to you next. Then obviously, it's definitely not going to be a Liverpool player. Like 100%, it's not going to be a Liverpool player. So it's
Brace
either a
yourself.
Chelsea man.
He's going to give it to
God.
Kwanzaa for young player, for fuck's sake.
Is
Nah,
McAllister going to slip in there? Is he going to take McAllister?
He's up there in like top 10, but not like my player of the year. I think it has to be Phil Foden. I hate him. I think that kind of feels like if you're, if the opposition hates you, you're doing something right. I think he's like, again, he hasn't got the most goals or most assists, but if you actually watch him play, like when City are like they don't struggle, but when they're looking for that goal, like when they were playing United again away at Old Trafford, United went to got that Rashford goal. They were kind of behind. Foden comes on, wherever did he start to come on? I can't remember. Just got two, just steps up himself, gets the goals. I think he stepped up a few times this season. Just gotten like he got a few hat tricks as well. Like same like again Brentford away to G-Tech. Brentford score first. Foden comes on and gets a hat trick. I think Foden just stepped up in those moments when City really needed him, and that's kind of
I will do, mate.
what I've gone for Foden.
Yeah, look, I think that is a fair show. We've a nice little range there between Rodri, Foden, Palmer. It's a nice little mix there. So I think we're all in agreement. Then young player of the year is Palmer, without a shadow of a doubt.
100%. 100%.
And then it's kind of a toss up then between Foden, Palmer for player of the year. Unfortunately, Rodri hasn't been nominated, but look, it is. The flowers are going to be given tonight, and that man does need his flowers. Look, lads, we are gone over the hour mark. I know I had plans to talk about the final day preview. We might run over it quickly, but I do want to touch on something really important that's going on in society, and Keon is after being a spokesperson for this, and I think it's absolutely immense what he's doing all over social media. It's mental health awareness, lads. It's such an important thing to be talking about, and it needs to be talked about more. And Keon is after doing absolutely magnificent stuff on TikTok. So Keon, I'm just going to leave you take it away because, in fairness, you are the star boy for it. In fairness,
no, thank you very much. So a year ago when I started TikTok, my ideal goal of TikTok was always to create a community where people could feel welcome, you know what I mean? And just create where people followed me and knew that we have a bit of banter, but we also know when the line is reached, and also be positive and help each other. And over this past year of being on TikTok, being on socials, I've had so many people reach out to me and tell me personal stuff that you'd think, wow, they trust me, they're telling me that, so I help them, you know what I mean? But not only that though, I do a lot for I do live streams. I've boxed twice for charity. I've raised money for cancer research. I've raised money for mental health charities. I'm planning to box again in August. And my uncle's currently just beat cancer now in the past 3 weeks or something. So that's good. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah. So thank you very much. But I always vouch to people, if we can any little bit of smile or just tell people have a good day, you don't know how far that will go, because someone could be having a right shit day. If you tell them, have a great day, that could really be like, you know what, there is good people. So I always say, it's you don't live twice, so why not be nice? You know what I mean? So just be nice in this world, because at the end of the day, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what battles people are going through. And it's really swept under the carpet. Men's mental health, women's mental health, everyone's mental health matters, you know what I mean? And people matter. And we forget that, money dominates the world, but people, we're the reason why we make this world happen. Society, people. So why not do we keep each other together? Why do we let money get in control of our emotions? We need to be here for each other, and I'll fight till the end of my day on planet Earth to make sure people are okay and people are living life the best.
Yeah, look, that's absolutely immense work.
Fucking brilliant,
like I said, flowers are going to be given to you now, Keon. And like I lost my nanny to cancer there last year. I found it tough. It hit me hard. I'd never thought of being in the world without her. Luckily enough, I did have family support, but it made me really reflect on stuff that's out there. And there's not many help. There's not much help, bar your family will say, to reach out to. And it is a stigma in society that men in general just can't talk about their feelings, and they're considered weak and show me in that kind of sense that if you talk about your feelings, you're considered cowardly and weak, which is such a shame and such a bad way to look at the world. So it is, but we do need to do better and to, like Keon said, reach out to people, and a smile a day. And all it takes is someone to say, well, or geez, I hope you do well now here, and I hope you get on good, and I'm praying for you, and all that kind of situation. Like, and it's stuff like this podcast where we only do an hour in a bit. We might do less than an hour. That we take our minds off these things, and we come to the joy, and we all come together in this football and community and just chat shit. We've had a great laugh tonight, and we've taken our minds off all the badness in the world with everything going on. Honestly, lads, for everyone in the comments and everyone that's going to watch this after live, please reach out to someone if you're going through bad things in your life, and get over to Keon's page and just listen to how he talks and the whole situation around us. But honestly, Keon, hat goes off to you, and fair play with everything you're doing. Yeah. Look, lads, I think we'll wrap it up there. It's been a brilliant show. We're just going into the hour and 10 mark. It's been absolutely immense. Yeah, it's bang on. Like, we've had some laughs. We have some arguments there now.
Cracker, 3 red cards. Like, what a game!
There's been 3 red cards in one game. It's absolutely.
Well, there wasn't even any yellows. It was just straight to red.
Retro.
And I'll make a point though. Wolves want to scrap VAR. We've had a great VAR system.
It's clear to see VAR works and is alive and well on this show. But
I will just say it certainly didn't work in Old Trafford last fucking night when Arsenal got taken out of it.
Get over it.
Look, lads, we'll wrap up. We'll go through everyone with their social medias and where we can catch you. So, Martin, if you want to give a shout out to yourself, where can we catch you on social media?
Yeah, sure. Look, you'll get me on Twitter. I don't really use anything else. I'll obviously try and get onto TikTok and follow Keon. Are you on Twitter, Keon? Are you?
I'm not on Twitter. I'm on TikTok and Instagram at the moment.
All right, mate. I'll pick you up on TikTok and give a follow. Yeah, look, there's mine there, @Mags_Mighty. On Twitter, mostly talking shit and chatting crap and annoying people. I do this show. I'm on with these lads. And then on either a Tuesday or Wednesday night, I do a Newcastle show with Steve Wraith called NUFC Toon Talk, where it's pretty much Geordies here, there, and everywhere. So a big gang of us from all over the world, States, America, Saudi, Philippines, and we just come together to talk about the club we love. But yeah, that's where you find me, basically on Twitter. So drop us a follow, yeah.
Perfect. Durf, I'll come to you next. Where can we catch you on socials?
Yeah, Dirt Footy. I'm on TikTok. Post videos there kind of every day if I can. YouTube as well. I repost all TikToks there, and I actually do kind of long form content now in the last few weeks there to that. So match day vlogs or analysis stuff. But yeah, Dirt Footy on YouTube and TikTok, as you can see there, or this side.
Perfect. Dara, come to you next. Where can we get you?
So on Twitter, lads, it's just @DaraCash. On TikTok, it's @Dara_Cash, and if you want to follow my Instagram, up to yourselves, @DaraCash1.
Perfect. And last but not least, Keon, where can we catch you and all your amazing support and help throughout the
No, it does mean a lot. And thank you. Keon Tour Instagram, Keon Tour TikTok, and of course only Bants Keon Tour. But I just want to say as well before of course everyone wraps up, I want to say what I'm doing right now, anyone could do in the world. I'm not a special guy. I'm a normal person. That is what makes this world great. Just be yourself, be normal, and honestly, life will be good. You know what I mean? So again, there's no character in me. What you see is what you get, and people need to understand that. Just be yourself, be happy, be good for people. I know we're going to feel negative sometimes, but just really try to be the light for others in every sense you can, always.
Oh no, absolutely agree, Keon. Like I have understanding self-harm training. I have suicide awareness training done. Anyone I would actually encourage to go out and do it. It's a very intense set of courses, but at the same time, the absolute reap rewards you get just from doing those courses, it makes a million miles of a difference.
100%.
Perfect. Look, lads, I think that's, like I said, that's perfect to wrap it up. Look, you can catch me on Twitter. You can catch me on TikTok, the Jersey Man, Fahy98 on Twitter. I give away free jerseys every now and then, and I just talk shit about soccer and I promote the podcast. But look, thanks to everyone that's been watching throughout this whole live. Thanks to everyone that's going to be watching. Please follow the lads, join in on their comments, join in on their content, and smash the like button on this. And like I said, thanks very much. We'll catch you next week.
Come on.